Microphone checker, coming through with the lecture.
Yeah.
You better have my check ready.
Uh-huh.
I'ma turn into motherfucking Freddy. And I'm talking about Kruger with the Ruger. Hit you in your Abdullah. Knock out the booger. Huh. Why I skate around town with my sugar.
Skate around town with my sugar. When I get the chain, it's gonna have them boogers. Do it like me, you wish you coulda. Do it like you, I never woulda. Come on, what are they talking about, man? What are they talking about, man?
Sizzle. It sizzles.
We sizzle on them. Listen.
It sizzles.
Welcome back again to yet another episode of Forever Open Radio.
Forever Open Radio.
Your favorite podcaster's favorite podcast, by the way, in case you was wondering.
Cheer.
I am your boy, Dusty P. I got my guy to the right of me.
SCSJR.
Big SCSJR in the building. And then on the 3s and 4s.
Big Chris just picks in the back on the 3s and 4s.
Listen, it's a beautiful Saturday, man. Every week we trying something different. As you're hearing this,
Saturday.
We are running on the Twitch. We are live on Twitch.
We
now.
live, baby.
Come on, come get with the guys. Come see the behind the scenes before you see the
Behind
scene.
the scenes before the scenes.
Twitch.tv/Forever Open Radio.
Twitch.tv/Forever Open Radio.
Make sure you tap in with us. We're Forever Open Radio everywhere. All platforms. Just search Forever Open Radio and you are sure to find us.
And Dusty did say all platforms.
Come on, I'm talking Apple. I'm talking Spotify. I'm talking Pandora, Amazon Music. We talking to YouTubes. You want to Google us, hit us on the Gmails. We talking Twitch. It's just bang, all of us. We're not hard to find. If you're looking for us, we are really not that hard to find. That's all I'm saying. If you can't find us, you're probably not looking. So I'm gonna need you to open your eyes up a little bit. How you doing, my guy? We started the day off
live
real
and
right.
direct.
Got a nice breakfast up the street.
Nice.
I'm feeling good, feeling ready and situated. How your weekend been so far? I mean, what Friday was like?
Weekend was smooth. Friday was smooth. It was real quiet, real low key. Just Blaze. It felt like a Friday.
Yeah. I feel that. I went
what
to
happened
go see
to Just Blaze?
Yo, facts. Damn. I can't remember the last time.
It seemed like anyone and everyone that was around, like Diddy or Jay-Z during that era, they got wiped the fuck out some way, somehow.
I'm
DJ
like
Clue.
Just Blaze.
What happened to these guys?
Yeah, dog.
They were like prominent names.
The new cats, man. I think the new cats came in and just like kind of sweeped it. Like now it's like Just Blaze, because you think about he was the producer. Just Blaze. It was the Just Blaze beats. It was like all that. But now it's the Metro Boomins, it's the Mustards, I think the new generation just kind of wiped the old generation out of off the face of the earth on some shit.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, and now they're in the new generation that's like saturating like all the music. Music is so niche now, bro.
Yeah.
That like when the sound changes, like everybody's either doing that sound or like running to those same like few producers. And I feel like I think those cats, they took over.
But my whole thing is like a Timberland, right? It's like once you put in the work, once the energy is there, all you can do is enhance it, embellish it, develop it, so it becomes greater. It's resilient. So it's like someone like Timberland, he's still prominent in the area, in the industry,
I get you. Yeah.
And it's like these guys, you would have thought like they would have definitely been relevant today.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's like, did they stop doing something?
Right.
Did something happen? Like a Swiss Beats.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's still relevant, and he's known in different spaces from his talents and his gifts and his hobbies. Right? So it's just like,
I wonder that, I hear what you're saying, and it's almost like it's like you got those like legacy acts that didn't really put in the effort, the work to like stay relevant. Like Timberland, I see him he's on IG Live. He's like bringing like new producers on. He's still making beats. Like he just moved with the times and like kept himself in the scope where like a Just Blaze, right? Like, listen, I have my time. Like I'm a classic, I'm a legend.
I mean, look at Pharrell.
Sometimes being legendary is like all people need, right? Like Just Blaze might have been like, all right, I did what I wanted to do. I made the classics. The real hip hop heads, the real niggas like know who I am. And he's like forever stamped. And so he's probably like, honestly, I don't know, he's probably like a recluse. He's like, yo, I don't need the limelight. I don't need all that. Like I made my music. I did what I needed to do. Now I want to be with my family. I want to be with my kids. I want to, I mean, versus a Pharrell, a Timbo, who are just like, nah, like I do still like live and bleed this. And like, I still want to be like at the forefront of it. You know what I'm saying? Which not to knock like either direction, like how you know what I mean, however you choose to like do it. But that's interesting because like we have those acts. I'm thinking of like a DJ Premier and shit like that, who just like, I'm sure if they wanted to, especially with the way sound is changing now, they could like pop in it, but are maybe just like choosing not to, which is interesting. But shout out to all our legacy acts, man, because that's the thing, they're responsible for so many of the classics. Like that we're thinking the Blueprint and like all that shit. Like people think Jay-Z, but like, oh, that's Just Blaze too. That's Just Blaze too. As we're on the music tip, something I do want to touch on and see kind of where we could get our predictions. Like, so as of this episode being out, the Grammys would have happened.
Grammys.
So we got the Grammys coming up in a couple days.
Grammy Bammies.
Yeah, Grammy Bammies. You say fuck the Grammys? Is that what that is? Are we saying fuck the Grammys?
I didn't say it.
Yeah. Actions speak louder than words.
Yo. I mean, what's really good?
Yeah. So right now it's interesting. Yo, honestly, the Grammys, I feel like they don't mean as much as like they used to. Like I remember a time where like that's what it was. It was like, oh, and like everybody's like sitting down and like tuning in to like watch the Grammys, and you're like hoping that your artist, like your favorite artist, like got the Grammys. But I think it ain't like, I don't know, it doesn't have the same sauce that it used to have, I feel like. Or to like win a Grammy. I feel like there's just like so many other like what people are deeming as the artist, deeming like success. I think that's what it is. The artist started saying like, yo, I don't give a fuck about a Grammy. And like now there ain't been as much sauce in it. But what's interesting this year, of course, in the light of like all the shit with Kendrick, Drake, and all that. So we got Kendrick nominated for 7 Grammys. And we got Beyonce nominated for 13 Grammys right now. Which, by the way, it's Black History Month. As of people hearing this, we're 7 days into Black History Month. So I do want to at least take some time to celebrate Black excellence. Of the 13, right, of those 13 nominations, how many do you think B walks away with?
It's a tradition, 0.
Yo, isn't that the craziest thing? I don't understand it.
Yo,
it's like how
this
is Queen
Grammy,
B.
If she wins a Grammy for this album, it's like, you know, the Grammys just lost even more legitimacy in my eyes.
Because like it took for her to make the country joint.
This album ain't even, you know what I mean? It wasn't even that in comparison to her other body of work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My whole thing is, if you ain't putting somebody like Lenny Kravitz, you know what I'm saying? Or if you don't have like, if you want to call it a urban Grammys, Grammys is a wrap, homie. Like, get the broom, get the Sandman, and sweep the motherfucking Grammys in a fucking pile of dust. Put they ass in the dustpan and put them in the garbage. Have the fucking trash man come through. Beep, 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 beep.
The imagery.
Put the fucking Grammys in the fucking trash can. I mean, in trash dumpster, and the trash truck take the motherfucking the filth and the dirt and the grime to a landfill. Light that shit on fire. Incinerate, and that's it. That's it. That's the Grammys. It's over.
So do we think? So how do we? If not the Grammys, what is or like does like as a musician, like what is like the accolade, or like as an artist, what's the thing that says your stamp? Because like back in the day, it used to be like, okay, like the Source doing like the reviews. Like if the Source mag gave you 5 mics, you know, like you stamped, right? Like Mike, that used to mean something. I think the Grammys also like at a point used to mean something. So like today, what is that like bar to say this is it? Does it exist, or does it even need to exist at this point?
It's simple. The people. It's always been that way, but it was the middleman between the people. The record label was the middleman between the people and the artists, in a sense of development and awareness, right? So with that being said, it's all about the people. The people will tell you. The people will put you where you need to be. If you got a million listeners, if you got 300,000 people following you, you're doing something. You're doing something. If you got 500 million views, 100 million subscribers, you're doing something. You're doing something. So I'm thinking, just your numbers. Just look at your numbers, your Spotify, look at your YouTube, look at your Instagram. Just look at the platforms that you're already operating on, and those numbers will demonstrate to you where and how you're operating in the industry that you're operating in. You know, if you're in the music industry and you're not talking to A&Rs and you're not talking to musicians and you don't have a Rolodex of different resources, then you're not doing it. Now, if you're being featured on everyone in your artist community, if everyone in your community that's an artist know you and you're traveling and you're promoting yourself and you're putting yourself out there and you're allowing time to engage with you and you're engaging with time, then you know you're doing it. You're doing it. You're making a way for yourself, you know. But it's all about productivity and execution. If you're not executing, if you're not being productive in a structural format.
Yeah. And I think I would agree. I think like the consensus of the people now is ending up being the thing that like means more than anything. But not like the numbers game, that's the place where I would disagree, is that like I don't think that the numbers, I think that the numbers can be played with.
What was the question
of like what is like, if we're talking about if not the Grammys, like what is like the accolade or like the thing that like tells this person that like their music is good, like that it's solidified, like this was that.
So how would you qualify the productivity of an artist if you're not looking at the numbers, which is their Spotify, their YouTube, their engagement, their community? Because,
well, my thing is, I don't think it's about the productivity of the artist. I think it's the quality of the product, right? Like that's what the Grammy, like you get the Grammy is supposed to be, is because this was the best rap song, this was the best album, you're the best new artist of the year, this was the best rap performance. But I don't think that saying, okay, because this one got the most numbers or has the most listens means that that makes it the best. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that because of the way just the way that like pop music like works, and you have artists like
when you start talking like that, you're talking about the Grammys, the corruption, the industry, the record labels. I'm just talking about the nuance of just the way of life, right? If like, you know, in like C Mills, for example, right? He's an artist that he's engaged with his community. His community is engaged with him, and every day he's receiving more and more followers. He's receiving more and more listeners because he's doing more and more for the community. So his numbers is only going up in a organic format, an organic way. So not a corruption way, but an organic way, numbers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not corruption, not the record label, but organic.
Yeah. And I think that's what, like, that's definitely what the difference needs to be. And I think that's why, like, the Grammys, as we're talking about the Grammys and shit like that, why it got so tainted is because it's not about that anymore.
The organic,
it's not about how many people you're touching and how what is it that your listeners are like actually getting like from you. It's just like, oh no, this person sold X amount, and so that's it. Like they're getting it. And so that's why I think, at least now though, with the way the internet works and how like so many like conversations like happen there, I think that's where you can get like for example, like a Tyler the Creator. Granted, he's like won the Grammys and stuff like that, but he also just like has a following and a base that like shows up for him and that understands like he does it for the art and like appreciating the art. And it's
he
like
doesn't need it, right. That's
he's like, fuck a
that's
Grammy.
how
Like,
that's what catapulted him to the Grammys, is his cult following. Right? It's like, and that's just it. That's how you can qualify an artist. It's like, people call them fans, but it's more so the culture.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The culture will let the people know who's doing what and what impact it has. You see what I'm saying? It's always been like that. It's just you've been having these greasy, slimy ball motherfuckers in the middle.
Yeah.
With no pulse.
Yeah.
Right? They're the ones that own the stadiums. They're the ones that own the equipment. They're the ones that own the space, the environments of the culture.
Yeah. And that's when it changed. I think that's what fucked up the opinion of it, because like the, Complex, like that used to mean something. Source used to mean something. Like Grammy used to mean something. But somewhere along the line, the culture got like extracted from it, and it was like the powers that be saw, oh, this is big business, but don't understand that it's big business because of the culture attached to it.
Bro, this shit was done at auntie house. This shit was done at grandma basement. This shit was on the motherfucking neighborhood street corner. This shit was on the stoop. This shit was at the park.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and what validated it was the roar that you got from the people.
People outside. Yeah. It goes on. It turns up. Yeah. Everybody.
Like, nigga, like, what are you, nigga, what?
Yeah.
The people, man, these greasy motherfuckers they come wrap the shit in a silver bow, and they market it in their technology machines, and instead of one person, millions is able to receive that message right now. And voila. Now we have access to all those tools. It's not just one particular group or one set of persons that operate with this technology. The technology is in everyone's hands now, right? And that's the reason why there's a lot of distraction with the mind. But all we do is continue to do what we're doing and separate from the slime balls.
Yeah.
If you being slime ball, if you're around a slime ball, some slime ball shit is happening around you, you ain't gotta accept it. You can just walk away because you don't need it.
And that's where we gotta like people just gotta take power back. I feel like just the need to get a buck, to get a dollar, obviously like always gonna make people do like wild shit. But I think too much of the culture like succumbs like to that. Like the amount of, all of this, media and shit, even like the Grammys, there's just so much propaganda of even labels like coming to the, oh, you're a blogger, you're a streamer, you're a reactor. Hey, I'm gonna give you this. You're gonna listen to this. You're gonna say it's fire. You're gonna say it's the best thing you ever heard. And it's like literally just like infiltrating the culture in a way that's like insane. It's like very few that I think are like see that coming. One, and number two, like genuinely just like organically are like, yo, this is not about that. This is about like touching the people, building community, and having a culture. And you brought up the homie C Millie as an example who we have in the building. I'm gonna let me have you say what up.
C Millie worth a
right quick.
motherfucking Billy in the building.
Yeah.
What up, chat? How y'all feeling?
And speaking of being community, I think right, shine an example of like that in action. And I know you recently had the fashion show. You feel me? And that's something we want to do. Is we definitely want to plug more of like what's going on. Let people see like, hey, behind Forever Open Radio, behind Open LA, this is like actually what it is and what it looks like for the people. So we're gonna plug some of that footage of the fashion show so y'all can see kind of how that went down. But how was it, man? Tell me about it. What was the vibe?
So every month we throw a fashion show with about 10 to 25 models. We turn this fashion show into a fashion auction. So not only are we presenting our new clothes, our new merchandise, but now we are selling the pieces straight off of the models. And what this looks like is surreal. It's undone. Nobody's done it before. It's new. It's flavor. It's abundant, and it's fresh. It's something people look forward to every month.
Yeah. So you're saying people are right. So you got the models up and down the runway, and then while they're walking, people are bidding on the fits, and they're leaving same day. Like you leave with that outfit right off.
Preferably a hat or some glasses.
Yeah.
Because sometimes our products are one of one, so we'll only have a couple in stock. So instead of buying it straight off the model, now you're buying a hat off the model. You're buying glasses off the model, or a bag, like a side bag that y'all see in the camera, or something that's universal that everybody can wear. And we just got our new open gear, like y'all see the furry hats up there. They're unisex, him or her, or we own Hollywood. It's a full collective in one that represents everything. It represents him, it represents her, it represents we own Hollywood. And the creator SCS JR, who you're talking to right now, is master of Open LA.
The conglomerate, like of it all. And then so like if people wanted to tap in, let's say somebody hears this and they're like, yo, like I want to get my stuff like on a model.
Okay.
How do they go about that?
I would suggest they DM We Own Hollywood, DM Open LA Store, DM CMill 444, or DM SCS JR, or DM Dusty P.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Just reach out. We all here. And again, that's what it is, man. Community, giving people the resource, giving people the access.
Correct.
To like tap in and like get.
But they do have to be an experienced model. We're not just letting anybody walk the fashion show. If you've walked in a fashion show, you can definitely walk in our fashion show. You have to be well put together. You have to be beautiful. You have to have flavor. You have to have style. And you have to understand what we're doing here. This is nothing normal. I said, surreal.
Oh, it's still a production. We ain't just throwing people up there and telling them to walk.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And walk it. I think also the fact that it's like outside right here in front of the spot.
On the sidewalk.
People that don't know, it's like right on the sidewalk, right
on
here
the
on
sidewalk,
Cahuenga, outside of Open LA. Shut the street down. And like have them flowing is crazy.
We call that a publicity stunt.
Yeah.
So every month we do a publicity stunt.
Yeah.
And people are coming together and telling us when they come here, we've never seen them before, and they're like, yo, y'all are the people that are throwing the events. I always see the event when I drive by. It's really like one of those things that if you're in Hollywood, you already know about it. And if you see it, you're welcome to it. So pull up on us. Don't feel left out.
Pull up on us.
Straight
Pull
up.
on me.
Show face.
Yeah.
So come enjoy yourself. Come live your best life at Open.
Yeah. The soul of Hollywood.
The soul, the
it's
heartbeat.
Loud, it's communicative. It's bringing people together. It's all the things and still being fly. And that's the thing that like I appreciate about what happens here is that I think you get sometimes it's like very fly shit. But there's no really like heart behind it. It's not really like, you know what I mean? It's just fly for the sake of being fly. But then sometimes you got, okay, this is community. This is like good for the world, good for the people. But it don't really got no swag to it. It's like, all right, I don't feel cool. I get it. This is good to do, but I don't feel cool doing it. But like this, I feel like this is where like the flyest, coolest people are coming together.
Get the best of both worlds.
And like, you know what I mean? But like all really genuinely wanting to like put good into the world. Like I think that's what makes it so like special, you know what I'm saying? So boom, all right. So there's one more conversation I wanted to have with y'all boys, and this is it's coming off of the heels of something a big thing that's happening in the media right now or in the hip hop world. but I wanted to kind of get y'all take on, right? So I don't know if y'all have been following it. So as far as like ASAP Rocky and like the case going on, is anybody familiar with that?
Man, yeah, man.
But like, you know, this
Fuck going on, man.
So generally, and to keep it, because we don't even gotta like get too deep into like the case part of it, because that ain't really what I want to talk about. But for those who don't know, and just like for the context, so ASAP Rocky just started his is a case. It's like an assault charge or whatever. So back in like 2021, him and who was his man's ASAP Relly is his name, got into an altercation, and allegedly ASAP like fired off on him, like shot at him or whatever. And so like that, those like court proceedings are happening right now. What ASAP is saying is that, it wasn't, you know, they got to an altercation or whatever, but it wasn't like a real gun. It was just a gun that his security said, hey, let's just have a prop gun on you so that people see it and like try not to try you. But the boy is saying that, ASAP Relly is saying that like, no, he used that and he like popped off at him or whatever. And so like, that's what the case is about. But like outside of that, right? Because like that's gonna be what it is, and you can look that up if you want to know more about that. I feel like recently there's been a lot of these like cases, especially that we see in music. Like, so you got ASAP Rocky versus ASAP Relly. You had Young Thug and the whole like Gunna thing, and these
so
are people
they're in the
who
same
are like
group.
No. Oh,
ASAP Relly and ASAP Rocky.
Yeah. There's like both ASAP, but then they like fell out over the years or whatever. And then and
got
ultimately
into some like juice shit.
Yeah,
like fucking Raheem and fucking.
So that's what they said. Yeah, so apparently it's like they was arguing or whatever, and then it said ASAP like flashed the piece at him and was like told him like, yo, I'll kill you right now, like, or whatever. And then like didn't do nothing. Then they tried to like separate, but then they start like arguing again, and then they say then ASAP pulled out and like popped off at it.
Damn.
There's no footage of it, but they're saying there is like audio recording where you hear gunshots, but it's like not on camera, so you don't see him shooting. So it's like,
the fuck is that?
So like that's the so that's the whole thing.
Did the tree fall in the woods?
But like,
wasn't there?
Right? But like the crazy thing to me is like I just feel like it's like all these like big ass like court cases and like all this shit that's happening in drama seems to be happening between like people. It's like, damn, like isn't that like your man's? Like Young Thug and Gunna, like they was all like in the same group, and like that was your man. So you got, you know, like I say ASAP, right? Like literally he was ASAP. That was your man's. We got, you know, I know we was talking about before, like with the whole Dipset beef and shit like that. Like Jim Jones and Cam for like years, like that was your man's. But then like this is like all these things are happening that like for me personally, I get, you know, shit happens, but like for somebody that I like truly consider like my guy, like my man's, I think there's just a place that it will like never go to. You know what I'm saying? So off the heels of that, so like my question to you is like, what are like, as when we think about just like, you know, as like a man and like your circle and like your or whatever, like what are some like non-negotiables that you say, or we say like whether like the unwritten or like the golden rules of homies, right? Like what does it mean to like truly be like someone's man's 100 grand and like homies? Like what are non-negotiables for you that you would say? That like you like if it's like if you my man's, then like this is like a hard rule. If that ain't it, then like it ain't, maybe it ain't what it is, or just like what are like anything along those lines. Like what does that really? Because I feel like it's losing. I say that to say I feel like it's losing its essence, or like the meaning to be like for me to say like, all right, that's like my man's.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Everybody's using it for everybody,
and it's like,
I don't care if you a dog, if you an aunt, if you my mother, if you my daddy, if you my uncle, you my auntie, if you're an associate that was introduced to me, if you're a colleague, whoever you are, you got to do what you say you're going to do around me. Period.
Mm-hmm.
Period. You got to do what you say you're going to do around me, because that's cancer.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is going to stem from that. Like everything. Because if you don't do what you say you're going to do, now you're going to think about some bullshit, and you're going to present some bullshit, which is an excuse, and accept me to eat that shit after you just gave me some shit. And now it's 2 layers of shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to hear this shit. Now it's 3 layers of shit. And then it's just a bunch of shit. Just because you didn't do what you said you didn't do, that you was gonna do. So if you don't do what you say you're gonna do, just excuse yourself, get that shit out the way, and start fresh. But don't put more shit on shit on shit on shit on shit on shit. So, red flag.
Yeah, not doing what you said you was gonna do.
It's cancerous.
Yeah. No, I feel that. It speaks to that stuff. It speaks to like integrity and like so many other things that it takes for you to be able to say like, all right, I trust this person and this is gonna be like my guy or whatever. So I think, yeah, you learn a lot from somebody like off of that. So yeah, I feel that.
What about you?
For me, I think it's one of mine is accountability. Like accountability. I understand that like humans aren't perfect and like we fuck up and then like maybe someone, person like might do some shit to me that they shouldn't have or like whatever the case is. And of course, like even within that, there's limits. There's certain things that I'm like, all right, I can't even see how you would let that happen. But where appropriate, like accountability is like the biggest thing. Like if you fucked up, like you got to be able to like look me in my eyes and like come to me like and as a man and like admit that you fucked up. We're not just gonna act like it ain't happened. We're not just gonna be like, oh, all right, yeah, my bad, yo, my bad. I'm like, hey, no, ain't my bad. And like, what else? Like, let's show me that you understand you fucked up and like like, you know what I'm saying? And like, I need to know that you could my bad. Yeah, I'm like, you could my bad until you're blue in the face, but like that doesn't tell me that next time is gonna be different. You feel me? But if you can like be accountable and just like genuinely tell me like, yo, that was on me. Like I shouldn't have did that. I'm like, okay, now I understand. You know why it was wrong. You don't know that.
Walk me through this.
Yeah, like what was like? All right, so cool. So now I should be able to trust that that's not gonna happen again because like we have this understanding. We talked about it. You told me that you get it. So now it shouldn't happen again. And if it does, then it's like, all right, now you just don't give a fuck.
Now
like,
it's like, just don't give a fuck.
We talked about it. You told me you got it, and then you did it again. So like clearly you not my man's like I thought you were.
Now you not my man. Like you showed me you like, wasn't my man.
You feel me? And I gave you the chance.
Now I'm telling you,
and
not
you
my
like
man.
now it's like so like that's it. Like accountability. I'm not for the like. Yeah, just try to like sweep it under the rug or just like make excuses and things like that. Like I think like as men, as people, and that could go for like anybody really. Even like at work with the people that like, work under me or whatever. And if they like fuck up, like just be able to come to me and like tell me you understand that you boom. All right, I got it. Now it's not gonna happen again. We're good. But like, I think people get too like, I don't know, I guess people like want to just like avoid conflict or like resistance. People don't really like resistance. So try to just like glaze over it. But I'm like, nah, let's like face it head on, have an understanding. And like, if you can't do that, if you're not gonna be able to man up, admit your mistakes, then I'm like, that's just not the type of person I wanna involve myself with much. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Y'all got any?
You gotta be him.
Talk to me. What that mean?
Intelligent man.
Okay.
You gotta be honest. You gotta be intelligent.
Talk to him.
And you gotta be that man.
Yeah.
You gotta be really him. Or else you're not my man.
Yeah.
Can't roll with it.
And what does that like? What does that look for? So for somebody who is your man, who is him, what does that look like?
It looks like being yourself. It looks like confidence. It looks like not searching for outside validation, not trying to impress the crowd. It looks like you said, accountability.
Yeah.
Like you said, doing what you say you're gonna do. That's what it looks like. It looks fresh. See what he got on right now? That's what it looks like. It looked like him.
Come on.
That's life. Yeah.
You feel me? What about you, Big Chris?
Man, for me, it's like, as long as you're just a solid human being and you're not doing no weird shit, like you got my best interest in mind, and your own motion, like you're not just following me around leeching off what I got going on. Like, yo, like have some motion.
That's a good one.
You know what I mean? And then you keep that same relationship for a long period of time. You know?
Yeah.
That's what
Don't change.
Don't change. Don't be weird.
Stay solid.
Don't change. I think you got to give, what did they say? There's like a saying that it's like something along the lines of like being when you're like in an environment, like say if like you're like that's what it's like plants, right? They they feed off of like the soil, right? You need like rich like soil for like something to grow. But also the soil becomes rich like from the plant, right? Like having the plant in it. So it's like they like feed each other. And so when you're talking about like have your own motion, that's what that made me think of like have your own motion and don't be just like following me around and like trying to like be on my wave. It's more so just about like, all right, what are you like contributing?
Yeah, like,
right. Especially when you know yourself, you know what you bring to the table.
Right.
So it's like, all right, what am I getting back? It's like the plant got to feed the soil the same way the soil like feeds the plant. Like even like in relationships and shit. So I think that's yeah. I think that's a good one. I think that's what it takes. A lot of these times when like you look at these like groups that like don't make it and like fall off, I think like that's one of the biggest things and reasons why it is because you got plants in there that aren't like feeding back into the soil. Just like leeching off it, and like that's when it like crumbles. You know what I'm saying? So I think so that was for is like do what you say you're gonna do, be accountable, be him, and Stay solid. Yeah, stay solid. The four commandments.
Straight up
of being somebody's man, right? You got.
Hey, let's talk about being weird.
I heard you laugh when he said weird, so I knew your brain like went somewhere.
Let's talk about being weird, dog. Like, what's up with y'all being weird, bro? Like,
there's a lot of weird shit going on.
It's interesting because it's common.
Yeah.
Right? Because it'd be like, you hear the homie, yeah, this motherfucker was being weird. Like, this motherfucker start acting weird. Like, what is weird?
What is weird?
Like, let's define weird for our people, right? And for ourselves, right?
Acting out of the norm.
Acting out of the norm of what?
In what? Yeah, I was gonna say
because
in what
we're
context?
not. This ain't normal.
This ain't normal.
Let's add a little more context.
We don't do
to it.
nothing normal, right? But I guess some will call us weird. I am, but I'm not weird. I'm just abnormal. You know, weird is like, undescribable. Like,
why did you do
that? Brother.
Ew.
Brother, ew.
Straight up.
It's disgust.
It's like, being
it's disgust. Weird is disgust. Ew. Like, just ew.
Yeah, it's like being like,
not wiping your ass after you take a shit.
Just
that's
ew. Weird. Now you're weird.
That's foul.
You really just gonna do that? Like weird.
I think weird. It's like when it's like unexplainable. You know what I mean? Like when you can't explain like the why behind it. I think is how.
Nah, it's like an obvious why.
Or no,
that's why I said the analogy of wiping your, like, damn well you just took a shit, you should wipe your ass.
I mean, but unexplainable why somebody wouldn't do it, right? Like that's when the thinking, I think the action, when the thinking behind it is like in it is unexplainable. I think that's like you got when people like do weird, like do something weird and like it makes common sense says no, don't do that, but like you did it. And it's like you can't explain like what is it like I can't even think of the explanation as to why you would do that.
Why would you do that?
Like that's like the bad weird. Because if we talk about like saying the shit that we do is like to like do it different, it's like being different, like there's a purpose behind it, right? There's like a method to it.
Right, to the madness.
Versus like people that do weird shit. And it's like you like how do you even explain like what would make you even like there's literally no explanation of like why you would even think that that's all right. Or like do that. And I think like it's like all these like wild stories we hear about like fucking like act right now caught up in a whole bunch of weird shit. And like when you hear like the recordings or whatever and the shit that he was like saying to this kid, it's like I can't even step outside of my body and like put myself in your shoes and explain why the fuck I would say some shit like
why would you say some shit?
It's just like I think that's like just like don't be weird. And I feel like it's so easy. That's the thing that gets me. It's easy to not be weird.
Bro,
like just don't be. Like,
not for weirdos.
It's like it's as easy as not being weird, dog. Like I don't understand it.
Weirdos eat different too.
How's
You know what I'm saying? Like,
How do the weirdos eat different?
Hey, them niggas be eating some weird shit.
Some
You
weird
be like,
shit.
nigga.
You like,
I
oh
knew it
nah,
was-
you're.
I knew it was something sketchy about you, nigga. Yo, you gonna really eat that?
Yeah,
Yo, it's red flags. dude.
yeah.
Red flag.
Niggas is pride ourselves in being different, but not weird.
Yeah.
Oh, like, and that's the thing. Like, dare to be different,
yeah.
but don't you dare be weird.
Yeah,
Like, I
don't
think
be
that's
weird.
that's the thing. Dare to be
Don't be
different, but
weird,
don't you dare
dog.
be weird.
Stop being weird.
Because that's
weird.
like, yeah.
Okay.
All right. Speaking of weird, and this is not in a weird in a super. not,
Yo.
not in weird in like a really bad way, but this is just like more some funny shit. So this nigga Central C, y'all fuck with Central C? Or like UK rap in general? Like it's like
Yeah, I
it's
fuck
like
with
it's just like
CC.
thing. It's like right. So Central C, he just like had an interview and shit like that, and he was saying that he made Nike Tech popular in the US, basically. It's like what he was saying. Is that he was like, yeah, you see, he's like talking
Niggas
about
in
his
New
influence-
York made Nike Tech.
which is why I
Yo.
just like feel like I
Yo,
had to
cut
just,
it out.
as a nigga from the East Coast, I said Central C, that's weird.
That's a
I'm
little
not gonna
weird,
lie,
Central.
that
He
is
said
a
that's
little
weird.
weird. For years, since Nike Techs were a
Yo,
thing, that has
facts.
been
Niggas in New York, yo,
uniform.
facts.
Okay, everybody,
Facts.
niggas come out the womb.
I ain't
with
even
Techs
gonna hold
on.
you. Soon
Come
as you
out the
said
womb.
that, I said New York.
I
Like
was
Central
so the
C, no.
fact that I think that was like the wildest thing to me. That like, and the nigga said it with just like bold confidence.
Nigga,
of
you
like,
bit
yeah,
New
like,
York.
and
That's
I'm
where
like,
you.
that's
That's
what,
why you start
Right.
wearing it. Right,
Okay.
nigga, what are you talking about?
like, yeah, when we talk about,
I could tell how you rock.
we talk
Like
about,
you got it from niggas rocking it in New York.
okay, and that's and that's that on that. But I thought I was like that was weird. And when I saw that, I was like,
He
yo,
said
I
that
said,
was weird.
I said, ain't no way in hell this man is actually running around thinking that he made Nike Tech popular. When
Stop
like
it.
literally you got
Stop
niggas
it,
in
Double
Bronx,
C.
Brooklyn, like, come on, Double C.
Stop
we,
it.
we fuck with you, but don't make us not fuck with you.
C
All
up.
right? This is
Fuck
all I'm
with
saying.
you. Chill.
Okay.
He on his soldier
C
shit.
to the second power.
Soldier
What'd you
Boy.
say?
Said he on his Soldier Boy shit.
First
Yeah.
rapper to
Ah.
ever.
The first
walk.
rapper to ever.
Forever.
Let
Uh,
Soldier
First
tell it. He
rapper
the
to
first to
ever.
do a lot of things.
I fuck with Soldier.
Which and he got some
Fuck
he
with
got
Soulja
some
too.
validity to like
I
he
fuck
made
with-
he's like the
I
first like
fuck with- I
YouTube
fuck with
rapper. He like
Soulja.
made that pop off. He was like
Because
this.
facts is facts.
Yeah.
You know, facts is facts. I fuck with Soldier.
Can't sleep on Big Soldier. Can't sleep on him.
Soldier's still young. Yeah, you would have thought he never aged. My nigga still 18 years old.
Right?
Yo,
That nigga still 18. Damn.
and like still out here too. Like got bread. He's
Still
still
out
making
Yeah,
music.
we saw that
He
nigga
getting
the
on the
other day.
streaming and
He
shit.
was- C Mills was shooting an interview.
Oh, where?
I look over to the right. The nigga stopped at a light, and he looking at C Mills shooting his interview. I'm looking at him. I'm like, what the fuck?
Wow.
Nigga in a cyber truck looking at us. I'm like,
He just
okay,
like,
that nigga was
yeah.
the first rapper
No rap cap.
to see.
Ah, tell him.
You know what I'm
Like
saying?
that.
First
We
rapper
on
to see we
Hollywood.
on Hollywood.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah. Soulja
Always
Boy,
the
you know what I'm
first.
saying?
Shout
You
out
know
to
where
the-
we at,
pull up.
baby? Open LA store in Cahuenga.
You literally see
Because
it.
see,
Pull
that's
up,
what
Big Soldier.
happens. In order to get to Fairfax, you got to understand, either you're getting off on Laurel Canyon, going over the hill and taking Laurel all the way down to Fairfax and Melrose, or you getting off on Cahuenga, taking Cahuenga to Melrose, and then make a right on Melrose and taking it to Fairfax.
Mhm.
So it's only two ways to get to Melrose and Fairfax.
Mhm.
So if you not going Laurel, you come in Cahuenga.
Yeah. That's what it is. So soul of Hollywood, man.
So
like
if
you
y'all
said,
on
right in the
Cahuenga,
soul.
and you're passing Sunset, you're about to come up on Open LA store. And if you do,
Pull up.
make
on
sure
me.
you pull up on us.
pull up
cap.
on us.
Pull up on us.
Facts.
Quick.
You come on a Saturday, you fuck around, get on the mic.
Ooh.
Hey,
No cap.
You pull up during Saturday noon live.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fuck around, might
we
end up on a
live,
Twitch
baby.
stream.
Straight up.
We
You feel me?
live,
You might end up on a
baby.
Twitch stream. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Shit.
Yeah. But as always, man, always good.
I got a question.
Oh,
Best rap group.
Best rap group.
Best rap group. everybody get their
best in the sense
Man,
of
niggas don't even got rap groups no more.
best rap group
like of all time type shit,
of all time.
Gotta be.
and best
Ain't no
as
more.
in makes the best music.
Best
Or, like, we
rap group
talking
to you.
culture. Oh,
What's,
just
what's
like
your
who's, like, the
favorite
best?
rap group? What's to you?
Hot Boys,
He said the Hot
The
Boys.
Hot Boys. Okay.
Young Wayne.
C Mills said Hot Boys.
Mm-hmm.
Hot Boys.
That's good. That's cool. Yeah.
Or Ray Strummer. Them niggas is lit.
Nah, you only get one now.
Yeah.
You only get
Hot
one.
Boys. We going with Hot
Yeah.
Boys.
All right.
Yeah, you gotta go with Ice Cube and
Ooh,
What's that?
NWA?
NWA.
NWA for sure.
NWA.
Mm.
What you got?
Mm-hmm. I'm between two right now. I'm trying to see who I'm gonna put my stamp on.
We got Hot Boys. We got NWA.
I'm gonna go. Wu-Tang.
Damn.
Ooh, yeah, I think
Wu-Tang.
Wu.
That's who I was going to say.
Ooh.
But since you said Wu-Tang, not say Wu-Tang. Gotta use the intelligence. So I would go with. Man, I'm gonna have to do it just because, like,
Do it.
the swag was just so like Uzi,
Mm.
Outkast.
I'ma
have to do it. Them niggas
Yeah.
Outkast was like,
Every
Yeah.
summer, them niggas
Fuck.
used to come, my nigga. Them niggas used to come, nigga. I don't give a fuck. Uzi. And that nigga, you had Big Boy and you had,
Andre 3K.
he was like a butterfly. He was like
No,
forever
facts.
like fucking morphing. And
No facts.
it's like he was doing weird shit, but it wasn't gay.
And it's like the thing that like really did it was then you had Big Boy standing next to him and like still like stamping him.
With the
Because Big Boy was
motherfucking
like
black
the
and
thug,
mild.
like you know, right, with the mild shit. Like Big Boy was like the gangster, and then you had Andre 3K who do the wigs and he rocking the like whatever, just doing things, but could rap his ass off.
Never was perceived
And like
gay though.
it was just like no,
I
this
would
is
never-
he's just him, like just an individual, just like living himself to like the fullest of like what he wants to be in this world, and like and could just rap. As far as like rapper, he's like one of my top 5 favorite rappers like of all time. I think the nigga, there are not many that could put words together like him. So I think
So
that was
Forever
swaggy.
Open Radio, we have
C Mill 444.
no. What was your group?
Oh, you know what? It's We Own Hollywood is the
No,
best
no,
rap
no, no,
group.
no. Your
Mm.
your favorite rap group.
It was Hot Boys, but We Own Hollywood is the best rap group in the world.
We on Hollywood, Hot Boys. We got NWA. We got Outkast,
We got the Woo.
and we got the Woo. Make sure you tune in to our concert at We on Hollywood. We're bringing you these headliners.
Yes, Thirsty. And also, listen, next Friday, it's gonna be his Valentine's Day. And the boys got something special for you for this episode. All right, we doing it real right.
Put your
for this
hearts up,
Valentine's
B.
Day.
Put your hearts up.
Put your hearts up.
Put your
You know what I mean?
hearts
However
up.
you like to.
Put your
however you
hearts
like
up.
to do them. All right, we got something very special. We're gonna be teasing that throughout this coming week. So just keep your eyes on it across the next couple of days. We got something real fire for the people, for the lovers, for everybody.
Something for
When
the
we drop on
lovers.
February 14th, please keep it locked. You don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss it. Again,
want to do that.
this has been Forever Open Radio. I
We
am
out?
Dusty P.
We out already?
Nigga, it's been like 90 minutes.
Nigga, we just got started. It feel like,
That's listen time flies when you're having fun.
God
Tune
damn.
in next time,
That's how
bro.
that works. Time flies
Damn,
when
it's
you're
3
having fun.
o'clock?
It's 3 o'clock already.
That's crazy. Well, shit, anything the people want to say? You got anything you want to say, C?
So, like my guy Dusty P said, Valentine's Day is a very special day. If you are in Hollywood, if you are in LA area, you definitely want to come to Open LA Store from Valentine's Day from 5 to 8:30 p.m. It's going to be an R&B night. If you want to perform, hit We Own Hollywood. If you want to show up, hit We Own Hollywood. R&B night, the hottest artists in LA are going to be performing. Something for the lovers, something for the females.
Will always love you.
Tell them. Yeah, that's how we coming. Valentine's
Yeah.
Day. Pull up 5 to 8:30 p.m. Open LA Store, 1317 North Cahuenga Boulevard.
Fire.
Big Chris.
Once again, thank you, Forever Open listeners, for being here with us and staying this long. Now we got the live stream on Twitch, so fuck with us. That way you can see the episode a week in advance. You get to see the episode live
and how we do what we do.
How we do what we do.
Chris being all humble and shit. Nah. If y'all need photos, if y'all need videos, if you need a music video, if you need BTS shoots, if you need a lifestyle shoot, holla at your boy, Just Picks My Baby, DM Open LA Store, or call the hotline.
You're
like what's the hotline number?
323-372-5244.
I'll let you
323-372-5244. Hit the hotline.
I'll let you boy.
You heard him.
Dusty, you got anything you want to say?
Listen,
before
man.
we check out?
Yeah. What I want to say, so I just know, as far as like everything that we got going on, as far as like everybody tapping in, I think the best thing, if you want to give back to the people, if you want to give back to us, the best thing that you can do is tell a friend. That's gonna be that's my last note. That's all I ask. Drop a like, drop a comment, tell a friend. All right, you grow, we grow, we all grow together. I think we have we've been doing a lot more, just like chopping it up of like what the vision is for Forever Open Radio and what we have planned. It's like very big things. We're gonna be getting way more active. And in order to do that, we just need y'all to come with us. So just like tell a friend. That's my only ask to you this week. Just tell a friend. Every day you find at least one person, and if they don't know about Forever Open Radio, you tell them about it. You heard?
Right.
Yeah.
And we Twitch streaming every Friday on live. So if you're watching this video on YouTube right now, know that you can watch this live every single Saturday. From, I would say, noon to 3.
Stream starts in the morning around 10 o'clock. We get in it, we go live. You get to see how it's set up. You get to see us chopping it up, game planning for the day, the BTS, starting at 10 a.m. all the way through until we do the recording and shit. Then some when we feel like it. But that's every Saturday on Twitch, twitch.tv/Forever Open Radio. Lock in. Anything you got for the peeps?
Man, I got a couple things, man. I got a couple things for you motherfuckers, man. I'm telling
it sound like pop
with you, man. Tell them, OG. Yo. Nah, man, keep doing what y'all doing, man. It's 2025. Don't look back, look forward. Connect with your neighbors, connect with your people, execute on the ideas, listen to the voice that's inside of you, and just keep propelling yourself forward. Forward motion. Forever Open Radio. We here bringing you consistent, authentic perspectives from popular culture. Our setting is here in the heartbeat of Hollywood between Sunset and Fountain on Cahuenga, which is a strong vessel in the intersections of Los Angeles County. Tap in with us, and we're gonna tap in with you. Let's continue to grow. I appreciate my guys showing up. Again, no one is paying us to be here. No one is telling us to do what we're doing. This is being done innately from our souls, okay? We appreciate you. I appreciate my guys. I appreciate us, and we're gonna keep rocking.
Yes, Sirski. We out.